Hello, everyone. Thanks so much for tuning in to the Real Estate Experience. I just shocked myself. This chair that I'm in is super staticky, and I put my lips to this mic and shocked myself. It was a little bit interesting, but let's go ahead and jump right into things. And if you haven't already, there is the 31-day challenge. I know I'm super ecstatic, over the top. I haven't had any caffeine. I'm just like this on a normal basis. But if you haven't already heard or joined the 31-day challenge, you can visit sterlingwhiteofficial.com. That one more time is sterlingwhiteofficial.com, where it's the tactical tools and ways, mindset to get your first deal or even your next one that you're ultimately working towards. And I'll guide you along that whole process. So, and comment below with how is 2020 going for you? It's crazy how the years, just for me personally, I would love to hear that from you too, is the years are just combining. Combining, and even the days as well. And wow, the past decade just absolutely flew. But we're just going to go into the question of the day, the question that I have, which is, what are top limiting beliefs and how to overcome? But it's more of just, what are top limiting beliefs that you see? And I would just say the one top one that I see, and this is one that I had personally myself, and this is relating to the real estate industry. And one thing I want to mention, you all, is I'm not perfect by any means. I just provide my experiences, my trials and tribulations as an investor and entrepreneur in this industry. So that's one thing I want to always mention, is that I'm still constantly tweaking and ever evolving as a human being and also businessman. So let's jump right into it. And these limiting beliefs I personally have myself, with the first one being needing a large amount of capital to get started. By no means that is a limiting belief, and one that I shattered with my very first deal, which many of you, if you haven't heard, is when I first got started, and that need a large amount of cash and also need to have good credit. Myself personally, I did not have either one of those when I first got started and was able to buy my first deal, which was a single family house. It was $25,000, and houses here in this city are very affordable. It wasn't a shed or anything. It was in a working class setting. You couldn't buy the house for that much in today's market, but bought it for $25,000 with someone else's money and put an additional $25,000 into it to take care of the improvements. And that came out of no pocket. Myself actually had negative funds in my bank account because I over-withdrew it, just not being financially smart. And also my credit wouldn't even register when you would pull it. So I'm not sure if that's worse than having a low credit score, or I just didn't have one at all. But I was able to get that first deal, and that just absolutely shattered that limiting belief, because it came down to is, yes, these are weaknesses that I have, but I just looked at it as a problem to be solved, not as a barrier. Oh, I can't get into real estate. So that's always been a good principle for me, that was even overcame that limiting belief itself, was having an overarching thought. The next one is, I don't know enough. Which everyone, I would say just about anyone, when they get started on something, they don't have the knowledge, so they have to start somewhere. Myself is, I did research. I read books. So books that I read, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. I was on biggerpockets.com going through the forums. And if you're not on biggerpockets.com, you've got to get on there, network with individuals. It's absolutely free. It's not even paid. There's, of course, pay plans on there, but that network itself and just the ability to find investors on there, be able to network and collaborate with other high achieving people who have been there, done that, and be able to pick their brain. Just, it's endless on that platform alone. But just going back to someone saying I don't know enough, yes, you may not know it once you get started. One thing is, you can never know enough. Myself, I'm still always learning of ways to go about finding deals, how to be better at delegating, leadership, management, etc. But when it comes to not knowing enough, when I got started, I got enough knowledge to where I felt comfortable, which I felt somewhat comfortable, but I knew I had to just end up taking action and figuring the rest out later. So commit first and figure the rest out later. Quote, kudos to Grant Cardone on that. So, and what really does help is if you do have a mentor that does guide you along the way as well, to be able to protect your downside. And if you haven't already, join the 31-day challenge and I can help you out with that. Visit sterlingwhiteofficial.com. And quick plug there. And then the last but not least is that investing in real estate is only for the wealthy. No, it's not, and especially with new regulations and things that have opened up that are out there, allow just the common person, as long you have to have a certain level of sophistication. You have to understand that the levels or understand the risks associated with investing, because there are risks. So you have to be sophisticated. But now investing in this marketplace is open to just about anyone at this moment. Not anyone, as I mentioned, they have to have a level of sophistication, but they don't have to. It's not to the utmost wealthy individual. So those are some limiting beliefs that you may have at this moment. Hopefully that I just was able to shine a light on that, just to shatter those as much, because there's always a way around something. And this is one just absolute belief that I have, and thought and mindset is that each problem that's out there, it's just about being a problem solver versus just looking at it as a barrier. Because I could have even used my background and my upbringing as a crutch that, okay, well, this is the environment that I'm from. I can just be average and that would be okay. But I decided, okay, well, I can use this upbringing and the type of environment I was in as fuel to keep pushing me and keep driving me to seeing where I can go. So that's why I just want to jump into comment below on what limiting beliefs that you may have. Those of you who are in the shower, you may not be able to do right now, or those of you who are actually brushing your teeth. I did a visual of brushing my teeth. Some people may do them both at the same time. I actually do both at the same time. I shower and brush my teeth because I just want to be that much efficient. So I'll catch you on the next episode. Thank you so much. Thanks for listening to The Real Estate Experience. If this has brought you any value, please subscribe and leave a 5-star rating. It would mean the world to me. Now go out there and crush it.